Deportiva y con swing.
Deportiva y con swing.
La factoría del deporte desde New York para ti. Es una máquina.
Es una máquina.
Pensada para ti.
Pensada para ti. Número uno en las redes, dale like y compartir.
Con informaciones importantes siempre frescas.
Y con entrevistas que te ponen de cabeza.
Lo mejor del deporte lo encontrarás aquí.
Búscale en las redes, dale like y compartir.
Suscríbete,
Ay sí,
infórmate.
ok. Dale a la campana para que te llegue.
All right. Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to the presentation of the two legendary All-Stars that were selected earlier this month by MLB Commissioner Rob Manfred, who is here with us today. Throughout baseball history, there have been only 3 men who have been able to accomplish 3,000 hits, 500 home runs, and 600 doubles. One of them was Hank Aaron, and the other 2 are with us here today. To my right is Albert Pujols, an all-star for the 12th time, who, in case you hadn't noticed, based on his necklace, has actually reached the 600 home run milestone. And to my far right is Miguel Cabrera, an all-star for the 12th time, who reached the 3,000 hit milestone and the 600 double milestone earlier this year. En la historia de las Grandes Ligas solamente han sido 3 jugadores que han podido llegar a 3,000 hits, 500 home runs y 600 dobles. Uno de ellos fue Henry Aaron y los otros 2 están con nosotros hoy. A mi derecha está el dominicano Albert Pujols, seleccionado al Juego de Estrellas ahora 11 veces en su carrera. Y también a mi derecha es el venezolano Miguel Cabrera, seleccionado al Juego de Estrellas ahora 12 veces en su carrera. With that, we'll turn it over to Rob Manfred for some initial thoughts. Rob?
Every single year, when we think about the All-Star game, start planning, we try to find something that's going to make it better for our fans. And I think one of the best ideas, and I have to tip my hat to Fox on this because it originally started with them, was the idea of these legacy picks, that we ought to have an opportunity to have 2 players like these players who've made great contributions to the history of our game and give our fans a chance to enjoy them along with our young stars and all the other great players in the game. I have to say 2 of the best phone calls of the year that I've made was the 2 I made to Albert and to Miguel. And it's kind of interesting when you think about our game. They had one thing in common. In the course of both phone calls, each of the men suggested it would be great to come to the All-Star game at a point in time that their children were old enough to enjoy the game. And I think it speaks to the family aspect of our game. It also speaks to what great human beings both of these individuals are. So with that, I'll turn it back to you.
Yeah, let's actually we'll just open it up for questions if anybody has any.
Thank you. Adelaida Hernandez from Dominican Republic. I'm going to speak Spanish, please. Albert y Miguel, me gustaría que me dijeran, por favor, qué significa para ustedes el estar mencionado, como lo acaban de mencionar, entre los caballos de los caballos.
Bueno, para mí ha sido una bendición. Gracias primeramente le doy a Dios por la oportunidad y la bonita carrera que yo he tenido. 22 años, son muchos años, manteniéndome en salud y lograr lo que yo he logrado. A él es que yo le doy toda la gloria. A mi país, la República Dominicana, que siempre me ha apoyado en mi carrera y me ha animado. Las oraciones siempre han llegado. Y a mi familia, que han estado ahí por estos 22 años apoyándome y ayudándome. Así que para mí ha sido una bendición y un sueño. Un sueño que todavía a veces pienso que estoy durmiendo y no me ha levantado. Y usar esta plataforma que Dios me ha dado para así ayudar a otros. Y eso es lo que yo he aprovechado en mi carrera.
Para mí es un orgullo, en especial porque soy muy amigo de Albert y está compartiendo este momento con él, como él dice, es un sueño hecho realidad. Y en especial le quiero wanna say thank you to you, to the commission and to the league por esta gran oportunidad que nos están dando y bueno, disfrutar este gran momento y estamos muy agradecidos por esto.
Yeah, primeramente, bienvenido. I will say this in English so all my compatriots who are linguistically challenged can hear this. First of all, both of you, congratulations. Both of you are the only ones in the Latino MVP awards, 32 years, that you, Albert, have won it 8 times, and you, Miguel, have won it 5 times. The other one who's not here is Big Papi, he won it 4 times. The fact that you guys are so great and you get to this path, what are you going to do now after you retire?
Well, for me, I think it's first of all travel, spend time with the family. Just I think maybe a year and a half ago when we were dealing with COVID over the summer, that was the only time that I got to spend a summer off with the family. So I think I'm looking forward to giving back to baseball. I don't know, just whatever doors opens to me. I think both Miguel and I have a lot of wisdom that we can give back to this baseball, especially to his country, to the Latin players that are coming up right now. I know myself, I can be probably a mentor to so many Dominican players coming up. There's the future of Major League Baseball. These young athletes. You saw last night the display in the home run derby. I mean, what Julio did in the first round competing in the home run derby at this stage is pretty amazing. Juan Soto. So I'm just humble and honored, just to have this privilege and this blessing to be able to do that, for these young athletes right now. So I can't speak for the future, but what I can speak is for tonight. The Bible says that tomorrow is not guaranteed for us. So I think when that time comes, and I really can sit down and hopefully get a door open and just pass that wisdom that I learned in this game.
I mean, I don't know yet. I want to be around in baseball for my whole life because it's something I love to do. Well, right now I got to focus about this year and next year. After that, we see what happens.
Hi, Ileana Limon Romero with the Los Angeles Times. Albert, yesterday, home run derby, having everyone come out and mob you. What did that feel like, and what was said in that moment when everyone surrounded you and the players joined you on the field?
Pretty special, and that was something that I shared inside about 20 minutes ago when I had the chance to address the team, the NL team. There's been a lot of cool moments in my career, a lot of great games and big stage. But to be able to be in an All-Star again like this and seeing this guy that you compete against during the course of the season for 162 games, and you come together for a couple of days just to have fun, and being in a home run derby, and just it was pretty emotional. I tried to hide it because I still, as an athlete, need to go out there and compete. But it's probably gonna be one of the top moments in my career, to tell you the truth, because just pretty special. And to see that happen with my family, I want to thank the commissioner for giving that opportunity for my family also, and friends, that were in the stand to experience this special moment of my life, my last year here in the All-Star game. But like I said, it's probably going to be one of the top moments of my career, which is, I had a lot of great ones, but that one tops it yesterday.
Thank you. My question is for you, Mr. Commissioner. Obviously, this is an important achievement for both Albert and Miguel, but how important is to give relevance to the longevity, the greatness of these people, and also the character aspect of the game as well?
I think, I tried to say it in my opening remarks. Let me try to say it better. To have an opportunity to recognize two players that performed so unbelievably on the field. I mean, I was thinking about it the other day. I think I gave you the MVP award in 2012. Yeah. That was a long time ago.
One,
yeah, the first one. But, great performances on the field year after year. But more than that, representing the game here in their home countries, being mentors to young players as they've come up. This is what our game is about, and to have a chance to recognize two gentlemen like this, a real highlight for me.
Saludos, Héctor Gómez, República Dominicana. Un honor compartir tanto con Pujols como con Miguel. El año próximo, Pujols, Miguel, se va a llevar a cabo el Clásico Mundial del Béisbol. ¿Han pensado ustedes en que quizás en este momento su respectiva carrera formar parte del equipo? ¿Piensan en ello? ¿Qué tipo de sentimientos tienen sobre la posibilidad de formar parte cada uno de ustedes del equipo, tanto dominicano como el venezolano del Clásico Mundial de Béisbol?
Bueno, para mí como activo pelotero no creo que yo voy a participar. Yo creo que la República Dominicana tiene tanto talento ahora mismo, que yo no quiero coger un espacio de uno de esos muchachos jóvenes que se tienen que desarrollar. Y yo creo que ya mi tiempo ha pasado, así que ya es tiempo de abrirle la puerta como lo hemos hecho para otros jóvenes. Si quieren que vaya como coach o algo así, quizá me puedo coger esa oportunidad de hacerlo, pero ahora mismo lo que me estoy enfocando de verdad en tratar de terminar fuerte esta campaña, ayudar a mi equipo de los Cardenales a tratar de llegar a una postemporada y quizás ganar una serie mundial. Pero si esa oportunidad viene de una llamada o algo y creo que es el momento perfecto para mí, claro que quizás voy a hacer eso, pero como pelotero activo no lo haré.
Siempre estaré dispuesto a representar a mi país, pero como dice Aldo, hay que estar claro en las cosas y no quisiera quitarle un puesto a un joven que a lo mejor puede hacer el mejor trabajo que uno, pero sí, estaré interesado, si me invitan, estaré apoyando al equipo y bueno, tratar de poner el nombre de Venezuela bien alto. Si me invitan, voy. Si no me invitan, también voy.
Mi pregunta de República Dominicana va para el señor Manfred. Nosotros sabemos que Venezuela y Dominicana han aportado mucho al béisbol de las grandes ligas y tienen una cantidad inmensa de empleados, personas que viven directamente gracias a las grandes ligas en nuestro país. ¿Ven en el futuro algún proyecto que pueda realizar MLB más allá de las academias para la República Dominicana?
¿Llegar las grandes ligas para allá a las academias?
Más allá de las academias, ¿qué otros aportes
Otro nivel
hacer?
más.
Sí, por favor. ¿Algún proyecto?
Hay un proyecto, okay. He's saying that the Dominican Republic and Venezuela, they live a lot off baseball. A lot of people who make a living off baseball there. Do you see a future in which maybe Major League Baseball can be in those communities at a deeper level than just the academies? Is that right?
Yeah, I do. I think that everywhere where we develop players, where we have fans, we should make an effort to bring our game live to those locations. I think, television's a great thing, broadcast a great thing. Our live game is special, and we need to continue to work to bring live games to markets like those.
If I could translate that really quick. Él dijo que él piensa que es bien importante que todos los lugares donde está la pelota y la pelota es bien importante, es muy importante llevar a la pelota a esas comunidades, y él piensa que también tener el deporte en vivo en el televisor para que la gente lo puedan ver en vivo en esas comunidades es muy importante y es un paso bien importante para la liga.
For Albert and Miguel, David Ortiz is going into the Hall of Fame this weekend. What can you say about what David has meant to the game of baseball and to you guys, both during his career and after it?
Pretty special. I mean, back in the Dominican Republic, I got in a lot of trouble with my parents because I used to skip school to go watch David Ortiz. When nobody knew David Ortiz, he used to play for Seattle, and it was in my backyard in Los Trinitarios. So David has been like a big brother to me. I had a chance to spend some time with him last night. And just forget about the numbers, forget about what he did in the field. To me, it's what he does off the field with his foundation and the impact that he have making, the life-changing that he making and the difference for others. And that's the thing that I admire the most about David Ortiz, how humble he is, where he comes from. He never forget where he's come from, and that's something that's really special. That's somebody that I respect so much. I can pick my phone and call him anytime. He can pick his and call me anytime. And every time we talk, he's just full of wisdom. So I'm so honored, humble, as a Dominican player, and I can speak for all the Dominicans. I think we are so proud to see another Dominican player getting inducted into the Hall of Fame. So I know our country is going to be partying next week, maybe for months. But just really excited, just to see David and everything that he has accomplished in his life and his career.
I mean, to me, it's, almost everything like always. They like my big brothers. They all, when I first started coming to the big league, they hold me I'm like their family. So he being to Hall of Fame is like it's everything because it's like Albert say, it's bring too much to this game and outside this game. Like we want to follow his steps. We want to be like Big Papi. Everybody love Big Papi, but at the same time, it's Big Papi, but it's our friends.
Mm-hmm.
We are. It's like our family, and it's a great honor to say it's like my friend after baseball. Besides baseball.
Okay, Commissioner Jennifer Mercedes over here for La Vida Baseball. To follow up on our colleague's question, when it comes to the Dominican Republic and doing further things aside from the academies, what about maybe forcing or obligating the kids out there to finish their education as they would have to do here in the U.S.?
We have made real strides in each of the academies in terms of educational programming to try to make sure that young men who are in those academies go as far in the educational process as possible. We've also had ongoing conversations with the Dominican government about working with them to ensure that kids involved in the development process, young men involved in the development process, continue their education. We will continue those efforts with the goal being that the young men that are participating in the system at least complete their high school education.
Okay, we're going to do one more because they're going to get to intros. Marley on the right. Sure. Gentlemen, I just wanted to ask, please, Miguel and Albert, if they could restate what they eloquently said in English about David Ortiz for all the media here in Spanish.
In English?
Because I think if you can say it in Spanish.
Okay.
Si lo pueden decir en español, por favor,
Okay.
porque soy tan elocuente. And maybe if at the end the commissioner can speak to what David Ortiz has meant to baseball.
Okay. No. Para mí, David Ortiz ha sido el hermano más grande que quizás yo no he tenido. Una bendición ver a otro Salón de la Fama de República Dominicana. Nosotros toditos, puedo hablar por mi país entero, la República Dominicana, que nos sentimos súper orgullosos de ver a David Ortiz entrar al Salón de la Fama. Yo creo que nuestro país la semana que viene va a tirar un party quizás por un mes. Y olvídate lo que él ha hecho dentro del terreno, pero lo que ha hecho fuera del terreno. Eso es una cosa que para mí me ha empatado, me ha ayudado. Ha sido un mentor para mí. Lo puedo llamar a cualquier hora y los consejos que me dan son unos consejos buenos todo el tiempo. Y ha sido una bendición compartir con él y verlo entrar al Salón de la Fama.
No, para mí es como un hermano grande, un gran amigo. Desde el primer día que llegué a la Grandes Ligas me recibió como si fuera de su familia. Lo respeto mucho, lo quiero mucho. Me siento muy orgulloso de llamarlo mi amigo. No solamente por como dice Albert, las cosas que ha hecho en el terreno, sino también afuera del terreno. También lo podemos llamar a cualquier hora, nos da cualquier consejo. Es un tipo muy jojoso que a todo el mundo le cae bien y todo el mundo quiere abrir papi. Es mi gran amigo y le deseo lo mejor la semana que viene.
I'm in the linguistically challenged group that he referred to earlier, so all I have for is English. I apologize. I really do apologize. But, I think that when I think about David, I hearken back to what I said about each of these two gentlemen. I think that he was not only a great player on the field, but what he did in the community, what he meant to the Boston community in times of crisis, those sorts of public things, but maybe more importantly, the little things that he did throughout his career, through his foundation. It's the kind of player that makes our game what it is. I'll also borrow a word from Miguel. I think after I was elected, one of the first players that I formed a relationship with where I really could say he was a friend was David. He was really helpful to me, always willing to give you honest advice, and that's the best kind of friend you can have.
All right, Rob, Albert, Miguel, everybody here, thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you, guys. Thank you.